Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys? Doing right. Okay. Now we're gonna learn about narrative text. But before we move into narrative text, I wanna ask you guys if you still remember what we have been learned in the previous meetings. Okay, Jama?
Last week we studied about recount text.
Okay, recount text. So anybody is still remember what is a recount text? Anyone? Okay, Amy? Okay, past experience. Anything else? Okay, Mala? Okay, verb two. Okay, so basically the recount text is talking about what happened you do, and then you write it into a text or maybe into a paragraph or something like that. So now we're gonna learn about narrative text. It's still similar to what we have been learned in the previous meeting about recount text because narrative text you can have a very similar structure with recount text. The first one is narrative text is used to write about something that happened in the past, in the present, and in the future, maybe. Okay? So, what we gotta learn in narrative text is actually quite easy, but not so easy. You can see in a laptop in front of you. The first one is our learning objective. The first one is students able to identify function, structure, and language features of narrative text. The second one is students able to explain function, structure, and language features of narrative text. And then the third one is students able to write a simple narrative text with correct structure. And then the last one is students be able to present what they have been write with a good pronunciation and confidence. So, why the fourth point is very important to you guys because, when you have to tell someone, because like I said previously that narrative text is very similar to recount text, is to represent what have been you do in the past, present, or future. So, maybe you all have been heard about narrative text several times. It's not new for you guys. Some of you guys, I believe that this is not new material for you. So, okay. What is narrative text? Anybody has an idea about what is narrative text? Anyone? Okay, Dana? Okay, story. Anything else? Anyone else wants to add something? You get a great point down. Anyone? Okay, Shafat? Fairy tale, good point. Okay. Like the have been said, there was a story, and then Shafat said it's a fairy tale. Yeah, it's a good point. And then it really matters how you can perceive about narrative text because I know everyone know what this narrative text is, but they have a different perspective on how they see narrative text as something they know. Okay, Java said about story. True. And then Shafat said about fairy tale. Very true. Because narrative text is something you write that have purpose to entertain. So let's take a look what Google said about narrative text. Okay. I hope that you guys read, but I will read it for you guys. So a narrative is a story that you write or to tell someone, usually in great detail. A narrative can be word as a poetry or prose, or even song, theater, or dance. Often narrative is meant to include the whole story. So, as you've been read, is something you write to tell someone. So, narrative is more likely to be a fairy tale or something like, how can I say this thing? It's something that is not real. I mean, in some occasions, narrative means something that really happened, but it is more related to something that happened in the past, and then it's not an actual event. So, when I say about, the story of Noah, you ever heard about the story of Noah? Yeah, Noah. Yeah, well, I mean, when I say Noah, okay, like I said before, it's based on your perspective. When I said the story of Noah, what comes in your mind? Alif, Amal, silakan. Red sheep, okay, that's true. That's something I refer to. Noah is an Islamic prophet, or in the Christian belief, it comes to a prophet, but the overall of the story is pretty similar because it's in our belief, especially in Islamic culture, we believe that is something will happen. Same as with Christianity belief that the story of Noah is something like there's a massive flood, and then Noah was told by God to build a great ship to how can I say this? To save all the people, all the creatures on the planet from the massive flood. So yeah, like I said before, it's related to something that not real. It's not a real event. So, but when I say about the story of Noah, there is a debate about this story because in Islam, also in Christian, we believe that it's truly happened. But in some other perspective, they say it's not real. It's just a fairy tale. So yeah. How about I can say Tangkuban Perahu? Ever heard about Tangkuban Perahu? Yeah. Awangasu. Tangkuban Perahu. It is Japanese or Sundanese? Sundanese. I can say the story is maybe it's pretty close to Sundanese culture, but at some point it is also represent Japanese culture. But yeah, I can say it's a fairy tale, so there's no doubt about that. So yeah, like any other text, like like we've been learned before, it also has some kind of language features and structures. So what is language features? So let's take a look at this. So the first one is the structure. The first one is orientation. Orientation is introduce the setting, characters, and background of the story or information. So maybe when you encounter something like orientation in the text or in the story, especially fairy tale, there's a line that goes like this. Once upon a time in the deep forest. Yeah, it is a sentence that introduces the orientation. So we will know that in the story, we will know the theme, the location, all the characters, and maybe what's going to happen. You can predict it. And then the second one is complication. It is present the problem, conflict, or challenge in a character space. And then the third one is resolution. Show how the problem or conflict is resolved, whether positively or negatively. And then the last one is moral value. It provides a lesson, insight, or a takeaway for the reader. So, okay. About Tangkuban Perahu. Do you know any moral value of the story? Oh, most of you don't remember. Okay. So, I want to refresh your mind. Okay. Tangkuban Perahu is basically there's a character named Bandung Bondowoso was rejected by his own mom. And yeah, he proposed to his own mom because he didn't know how his mom looks like. And then he proposed it. And then we can say it's a fairy tale because it is impossible for a human being to build a canal to block the Citarum River. It is very, very impossible. And then I mean, like every aspect on that story, it provides a moral value that, I mean, it's been made to, for us to remember that there's a lesson in every event. So like, yeah. And then, language features of this thing. The first one is, of course, using past tense because it provides something that already happened. But there's some people that argue about the using of past tense about in narrative text because they said, yeah, it can be used present or maybe future, but we'll see the red thing in here, so it's used past tense. And then the second one is descriptive language. Okay. You already know about descriptive language. Just explain about something, explain about how the event started, how the event end, and then yeah, how is more value. And then the third one is dialogue. So dialogue is the most important thing in narrative text because back in the previous slides, Google said that it is how you write something to tell someone about the whole story. So yeah, dialogue include because it is the important thing to mention because dialogue is one of the most precious, the most unique thing that you can find in narrative text. And then figurative language. Figurative language is like something you pronounce, you produce that it is contains something to maybe command people, and then yeah, how can I say this thing? And then it is using adverb and adjective. Yeah, maybe you know about it. There's a beautiful woman in the village that been widowed for about 10 years and something like that. And then like adverb, yeah. I don't have to explain about adverb to you guys because you already know. And then the last one is chronological sequence. As the structures provide, the first one is orientation, complication, resolution, and moral value. It is very structural. So it happens one by one, step by step. Okay? And then, I'm gonna show you the example of a narrative text. Okay. The title is The Guardian of the Hidden Treasure. As the golden sun drew toward the horizon, and then, yeah, maybe you can read it yourself because it's not too long, but yeah, it is actually 10 paragraphs if you want to see the real story, but I've been making it concise for you guys, so because this is the part where you will be discussed in the next 2 minutes, okay? So, now we're gonna make some group to discuss about this thing. I want you guys to count from 1 to 3, okay? Start from you this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Malah? 1. 1. Good one?
3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay. So, who got 1 related to 1? And then, yeah, maybe you already know how you can define this group. So, yeah, let's make a group now. Okay. 1. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1. This is 3. Right. Yeah. In the edge. Okay. Are you finished? Okay. Where is group 1? Okay, 2, 3. Okay. So I have a worksheet for you guys. So what you will do in this thing. So let me give it to you guys first. Everybody got your worksheet, so what will you do? Okay? So you can see this story. Okay? We provide you this laptop. So I want you guys to find the first group. I want you guys to find the past tense, which is mean the first past verb or the verb two in this story, and then the hold on. Okay. The first group have to find past tense and descriptive language that exists in the next passage that I will show you guys. Okay. The second group, you have to find the dialogue and the figurative language of this of the passage. And then the third group is find the adverb, adjective, and chronological sequence. So you have to be careful because it is pretty tricky for you, but I'm sure that you will do it. So yeah, this is the text. So because it is very small, so I want you guys. There's one person of each group who come to this desk and then see it. Maybe the two of the member of the group will come to this desk and then see the actual text. So maybe you can capture it with your handphone, so you can do it. Okay? Yeah, maybe you can come forward. Okay. I just understand what I tell you to do. Yes, sir. Okay. So time begins now. Oh, do you understand? There's a problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I forgot what is this described language.
It's described maybe in once upon a time, and then you just have to find what is explain. Maybe it's a story of something. Okay, maybe you can read the text and then you will find it's about the story. So yeah.
Can you give us example of phrases?
Okay, let's say something. In the text, you can do it. Okay. As the golden sun before the person. You can just find what's the meaning of this thing. As the golden sun before the person, because it's an idiomatic sentence. You have to find what is this sentence refers to. What is its explained to? Okay. And then second, you have to know what you will search, find.
It's about dialogue and
Dialogue. Okay. So maybe because I think the dialogue is pretty I don't know. Yeah, this one you just have to write that and then yeah. It's like it's like something like command. Yeah. How about you guys?
But I want to ask about, can you explain again about
Chronological sequence is like how the story begins step by step from the orientation and then resolution, complication and then resolution. You don't have to write everything, but I just want you guys to write what something made this happen. Like maybe from the story you can see that there's a switch. There's something that caused the next event happen, and then there's something that you can write that maybe begin the resolution of the story. So you guys understand? Okay, guys, if you have something that make you confused, just ask me. Okay? It's open discussion, so you can ask me everything. As long as it's not the answer, because it's your job to find it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. So after you finish, after you find that something that I told you, two of your members will present in front of your class. Okay? Find it, and then you don't have to rush. We still have time. So yeah, make sure that you got everything correct and complete. Oh yeah, while you guys working on the worksheet, I want you to check your attendance list. Okay? Syafat Gundata?
Present, sir.
Okay, Hajar? Sofa? Dirman? Novira? Farisa? Aslan? Mala? Isnada? Jama? Rifai? Okay, Amy? Oh yeah. Okay. So, okay, are you finished, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now it's time for you to present what you have been found. So, group one, please come aboard. Who's gonna, okay, Jama, and who's your friend? Ali, okay. Yeah, you can send it here so I can give you the mic. So, group one, what you have been found?
So we found 5 past cup. 1 is dippet, 2 wonder, 3 balik, 4 was, and 5 hat.
And then there is one descriptive language.
Dialogue.
It's
Dialogue.
and one descriptive dialogue. It's I mean no harm. That's all from us. Thank you.
Give applause to group one. Okay. That presented great founding. So now it's time for the second group. So who's gonna present? Okay, Emin and Marani. Give applause to them. Okay.
Okay, so our parts only find two things, mainly about dialogue, and the second was a figurative language, and then mine is about dialogue. And the text is only exists one dialogue, namely I mean no harm.
So next is figurative language. We found two figurative language. The first is its narrow branches stretching like arms to the heavens. So this is menggambarkan cabang-cabang pohon yang bengkok seperti tangan yang melintang ke langit. And then the second one is a treasure forbidden than gold and an unshakable sense of bravery. So this is a metaphor menyamakan keberanian dengan harta yang lebih berharga daripada emas. That's it.
Okay, give applause to them. So, the last group, okay, who's gonna present? Okay, third group, who's gonna present? Who? Hajar, Syafat, Sofa, and Hajar. Okay, give applause to them. Okay, this is the mic. So, yeah.
Adjective golden, hidden, warm, pale,
majestic silver. For Edward below tonight, but suddenly toward deeper before far into small and ancient people.
Okay, it's right. Give a close to them. Okay, yeah. So you forgot to, yeah, correct. Okay, yeah. You guys have a great presentation. Even though I mean, like, I don't exactly find the word that you have been find. It's a great observation from you guys, because as your teacher, your answer is I never expected, because you guys can find something that I cannot find. It's a great presentation. So yeah, about this narrative text, you guys have a great answer, all of you guys. So I'm sure that this is a hard work from your all of your group. So yeah, I think that this narrative it's really easy to understand. So because this is comes to the end of our meeting, so is there anyone who wants to conclude what we have been learning today? Anyone? Okay, Eric?
Narrative text is a text that exists about the story tale, and also like something inside like adjective. The structure inside it is like adjective, and then language feature, a dialogue, and etc. I think that's it, sir.
Okay, give applause to her. You know, I really like to teach all of you guys, because yeah, you have a pretty speed brain. What I want to say that you have a great perspective about narrative, and then the answer is unexpected, and then I hope you guys can find really good thing about what we have been learned today. So, okay, because any of you conclude what you guys really understand about this thing. So, for me, narrative text is something you write or something that's been written for entertainment and proposal. Not only entertainment for make you laugh, but it is also to present to you the moral value of every story you guys maybe been read, or maybe you have been learned today, because everything, we have to see the good things of everything. Like maybe some of the story you guys, maybe it's a terrible story, like Maling Kundang, or maybe Tangkuban Perahu, or we can say the story of Mekonga. It's all of that. It is really have a horrifying scene. But from you guys can see good things about all of the story, because every story has a lesson for us to understand. So yeah, you may go back to your seat. Okay. Okay, so who's the class captain again? Okay, Mala. Can you lead us to pray before we end this meeting? Okay.
Attention please. Before we go home, I want to lead the class for praying. Pray start. Pray finish.
Okay. So don't forget, next week we're gonna learn about procedure text. So yeah, maybe you can read all of something that related to procedure text. So the next meeting we're not gonna rush into anything, because you already know something from it. So yeah, and then this marks the end of our meeting. Thank you guys for attending our class. I hope you guys go home safely, and then don't forget to clean yourself before you go to bed. Okay? Okay. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Stand up, please. Say thanks to our teacher. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Stand
guys.
up, please.
You may go to your room.